Today we're really excited to share another recipe with you, and we picked this one. This is a really fun one if you're trying to get more low-fat dairy in your diet and more vegetables. So a lot of people do the Meatless Monday just in an attempt to kind of steer away from the fattier cuts of meat, and I think it's a wonderful way to incorporate more vegetables in your diet. I grew up in a really meat-centric family, and it's easy to plan a meal if you say, okay, we have chicken, what do we have for dinner? But let's try something different to support good health. Let's try, we have kale, what's for dinner? So our recipe today is a mushroom kale lasagna roll, and I think you'll really like it. This is another interactive recipe that you can get the whole family involved in. And what I really like about this is that it really focuses on bringing in those green leafy vegetables and mushrooms. We don't tend to think about mushrooms having a lot of nutrients in them, but mushrooms have folic acid and other antioxidants, things that support brain health, immune function. And our wonderful kale that we're working with today has vitamin A for vision, and it has fiber, and it has folic acid for brain development and growth and protection of the brain. And so we think you'll find this delicious, and your body will really enjoy it too. We're going to start off cooking our noodles according to the package direction. This recipe makes enough for 10 rolls, so pull out 10 noodles and put them in your boiling water. The next step is to heat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Pull out your 9x12 baking dish and spread evenly along the bottom 1 cup of your spaghetti sauce. In the food processor, take your kale that you've already taken the stems off and you've chopped really finely, stick it in the food processor and just chop it a little more. In a pan over medium heat, heat up your oil. When it's warm, toast your garlic for 1 minute. We want it nice and sauteed. Today we're going to use a garlic press. It saves us the task of mincing. After the garlic is nice and golden brown, add your kale and some pepper for seasoning to the mixture and saute together for another 5 minutes. After we've chopped the mushrooms nice and fine, and for people who have texture problems or picky kids, chop them really small and add those into your kale mixture and saute that together for another 5 to 6 minutes. Once that's all cooked, take your kale mixture and put it in a medium bowl. Mix in your ricotta cheese, your Parmesan cheese, and an egg. Next, take your noodles and lay them out on a sheet of wax paper. That works really well. Now you're going to take a 1/3 cup of your kale mushroom mixture and spread it evenly along the noodle. Make sure none of it sneaks off the edge. You want to make sure it's all in that noodle. Because next we're going to roll it. And then you place it seam side down in the tomato sauce. Once you have all 10 noodles rolled, take your extra sauce and ladle it over the top evenly of all your beautiful lasagna rolls. They're just going to look so gorgeous. The last step is to put the cheese on top. You want about a tablespoon of cheese on top of every one. Then we're going to bake it in the oven after we cover it with foil for about 40 minutes until the cheese is melted. You're just going to love the colors of this dish. It's so beautiful. Thanks for cooking with us. Hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Hopefully it adds some wonderful flavors to your family traditions as you try and get food in your diet that supports your brain health, your immune function, and your heart. Come cook with us again.